This is Doug from Shreveport. I wanted to talk you through a cross-country trip that I did from my childhood home of Jonesville, Louisiana to the community of Larto around Larto Lake. And I'll show you how I did this Google Earth thing later. Okay, well I took off from my little grass strip that I cut there with a borrowed mower. And so we are heading south now towards Larto. Gotta say hi to the folks at home. Here's my little overlay. You can kind of follow me where I am, that I did with Google Earth. We're about to leave the property and head on down towards the delta, towards the lake. You can see all the floodwater there. There in the upper right hand corner is the Louisiana Delta plantation. It's a big cotton gin out there. I heard rumors that Bill Gates bought a bunch of that land to grow rice for sustainability. It may just be a rumor. There's the little airport for the Delta. I'm not sure if they fly out of there anymore, but I was checking it out to see. I really should have landed. I saw some guys out there mealing around, and with the north wind that we had, it would have been a good visit, an easy takeoff and landing. You can look at my ground speed. So I'm going east there, but whenever I'm going south, man, I am hauling. And you can see on the way back I go really slow. What is that, 40 miles an hour? You see all that backwater. Do a little wingtip steer, and there's the lake. Popped into view. Man, it's pretty. I've got a bunch of old memories fishing there, where I basically learned to fish. There's the diversion canal that diverts water from the Caterpillar Lake over to the Black River. Larto Lake was an old oxbow. And we're just gonna cross the lake here, and that's the path I pretty much take over the community. The locals will get a good kick out of this. Kept my altitude a little bit because, well, you can see there's not a whole lot of bug out zones in case my engine went bad or my wing got funky or the winds got nasty. But with a good a headwind as I had, I figure I could set down in a soft tree or something. You can see my ground speed is pretty slow. Ooh, watch out for towers. Larto is a very close, kind of a remote, but very festive little community. Everybody there that I've ever met is really good people, and the fishing is excellent. It is one of the best kept secrets in Louisiana. If you ever get a chance to visit, please do. There's even some little rental places there. I think those are some rental places in the video there. Little cabins that you can rent and fish and just enjoy the outdoors. From where I took off, it's about a 45-minute drive, and it's about 15 miles as the crow flies. It took me about 30 minutes with a tailwind. So in this shot was a really neat phenomena that I saw as it panned to the left there. I think that's the high water from the Black River pushing into Larto Lake while the lake is trying to drain all that backwater that I had flown over earlier. So I'm heading east or southeast now. It's kind of the direction I had come from, is from the left. So as I ease over the end of the lake there, just looking down the lake, I set up my waypoints with the Fly Sky High app, but I guess I didn't do it right because the waypoint on the way back didn't work. So I've got to kind of follow the river back. I saw this really neat old grain elevator. Dad said that Bungie bought it, but I don't know if they still use it. The grounds look manicured. Again, keeping a little bit of altitude just in case. There's not too many landing zones around there. Just kind of rolling the dice, but felt good about my motor. You can't see it, but there's a kid waving from that porch down there. That was kind of fun. I've been that kid. You can see how high the water is in the Black River there. Okay, and as I'm jetting across this patch of woods to some clear area to fly, I'm going really slow at altitude, but if I drop about 500 feet to about 200 or 300, then I could go twice as fast. It was weird, the different levels of air moving. The winds aloft were a little high, but they weren't bad. But because I only had limited fuel, I needed to get down low whenever I got some clear space. Well, this is kind of the whole track. I'll go ahead and just follow me all the way back home on this Google Earth track. It's a tour, they call it. You can record a tour. So kind of see my path all the way back. The batteries die about there in my camera, although my phone coordinates continue to record. There we went and landed. So back to the video, I'm just following the river, just checking out some of the local farms and yards, graveyards. It was pretty bumpy. The winds aloft were really high, really early in the morning, so I waited until about 8:30 to launch, which meant I'm coming back home about 10. It was slow going on the way back. I launched with 10 liters of fuel and landed with 2. So even though it was bumpier, lower, I was going faster. So that's what I chose. Neat little graveyard. There's the entrance to the Louisiana Delta plantation. You can see the cotton gin and airstrip off to the right that I had flown over on the way there. About this point I can actually see the farm off in the distance for the first time. There's another little graveyard. I think an old family friend is buried there. Called him Charlie Brown, but I think his name was Howard. Funny thing about those nicknames in an old country town is nobody really knows your real name. That yard is really nice. Well, I can actually see the farm, so that's what it looks like from 5 miles away. So I'm headed back now. My batteries die on the way. Batteries die soon after this in my camera. But I'll show you right now a couple of the tools that I use to record some of this data and put this video together. So here's the Fly Sky High app. I am just reviewing my flight. You can replay the flight. This is basically what the whole flight looked like, kind of what it looked like to me. So I'm following my waypoint on the way down, and I hit it, but the waypoint on the way back did not work. You can see how slow going it was, and my total number of miles. I guess it's probably 45 miles total. And then this is how you go to log your data. You just do the live tracker, and I chose a live track 24 account. There's my login name. So you enable live tracking, and it will track it to the live tracker website, which is this. And it will track it live, so people can watch it live. Like my wife watches it to keep track of me when I'm flying. So we'll just do a quick search of my name, and you just choose me from the list. And there's just choosing my flight there, and it shows the whole path. You can click view options, and you can either follow it in that browser in 3D, or you can click there for the Google Earth view, and you can just download that file. You can see it down on the lower left. You just download it and open it in Google Earth, and it will look like this. You can download Google Earth Pro for free. Well, thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope you got a kick out of it. If you're local to the area, let me know what you think. Bye-bye.